The End of the World Brigade of Champagne socialists are stepping up their destructive campaign of eco-terrorism, more determined than ever to stop hard-working Brits going about their day-to-day lives. These losers who need to get a haircut and get a real job claim 30,000 will disrupt the London Marathon at the weekend, one of the capital's proudest traditions. That comes hot on the heels of their interruptions of both the Grand National and the World Snooker Championships. The orange paint buffoon, there he is, turned out to be Edred Whittingham, a 25-year-old toff, the son of a venture capitalist who's never worked a real day in his own life and should go and get a job at the job centre. Instead, he's already been arrested 6 times and jailed once, wasting police time as the government waits to pass its public order bill, which Prime Minister Rishi Sunak assures us will stop this madness. And by the way, it's opposed by Labour. And Edred is funded by dopes who are willing to pay him £50 a month via crowdfunding. As I've been campaigning for on this programme for many months, the police must stop treating these criminals with kid gloves. While I absolutely believe in the right, it's a great British right, really, to peacefully protest, the actions of these groups, like Just Stop Oil and Insulate Britain, easily meet the definition of terrorism. And they need to start being policed in that manner. The lunatic fringe is, of course, being encouraged by much of the champagne-swilling tofu munching establishment who support their illegality. That is obvious at the BBC, where its long-time Springwatch presenter Chris Packham, who has been allowed to use social media to urge his followers to join Extinction Rebellion's inevitably unhinged and damaging action in Westminster this weekend.
It's the big one. Yes, it's the big one that we've all been waiting for. We can change the world to make it a better place. I'm going to be there on the 22nd. It's Biodiversity Earth Day, chipping in on that account. I hope to see you. It's really important at this time that we all recognise that we all have a role to play in making sure that our planet has a safe and secure and healthy future. So please come along to the big one.
Of course, that video goes completely against the British Bashing Corporation's own social media guidance. But after Gary Lineker rendered those rules meaningless, no action will be taken as the government-owned broadcaster gradually morphs into a left-wing campaigning organisation. Now, as a loyal viewer, you know I've had these eco-terrorist fools on the show time and again, not because I want to give them airtime. In fact, I don't very often anymore, but because I think it's crucial to show how ill-informed and hysterical they are and how quickly their arguments fall to pieces.
People are not going to allow their children to starve to death quicker because they don't like what Just Stop Oil are doing.
There's
Action
also
on the climate
no
crisis.
evidence that we are going to starve to death. Do you believe in personally leading this movement and practising what you preach?
So, look, Dan, I lived in social housing, right, mate, and this is the point.
We
right?
now live in
this
quite a nice
scheme,
house, I believe.
This whole scheme.
Well, no, Liam.
Dan, come
let
on,
me
mate.
speak and you
Dan,
respond.
Liam,
why don't you want me to raise this?
Because
you don't want me to raise this because you're embarrassed about it. Do you live in quite a posh, nice house in southwest London? It's single glazed, has no cavity wall insulation and uses gas central heating. So you're not practising what you preach at all, are you? The target of your protest has never taken a private jet. So what you're doing actually makes no sense.
You could say this is kind of like 1940s Germany right now, in terms of the...
You're a group of absolute hypocrites. Most Insulate Britain folk haven't even bothered to insulate their own homes. You travel all around the world. You drive diesel cars. So actually you don't practice what you preach, do you? So look, as you can see there, these people are all uniformly clueless idiots. So the soft touch tactics from the police and the justice system, I think, must end as these groups continue to blackmail the government with a further campaign of eco-terrorism unless they call an immediate halt to all new fossil fuel exploration.